Welcome to episode 10 of LAMP Auricular Medicine course. Today, we will discuss the clinical energetics of the points of the helix and antitragus. These are the points of the helix. Point 56 is the diaphragm point. This is a powerful point that triggers movement of the diaphragm, thus assisting in deep breathing. In TCM, the diaphragm is the place where blood meets, then directed to its proper pathways. Therefore, this is effective in qi and blood stagnation. Diseases caused by bleeding due to evil heat in the blood is one of the most important uses of the diaphragm. When diaphragm moves, liver qi is regulated and spread. The distribution of qi and blood in the upper jaw is facilitated. It has an effect upon emotions by virtue of moving the liver qi stagnation. Diaphragm point treats depression viewed as liver qi stagnation, regularizes emotions. It helps the upper jaw and middle jaw communicate, dispels chest and mid-back tightness. It treats nervous tension, hiccups, pressure from stomach or liver that follow surgery. And it treats jaundice. The diaphragm has mixed sympathetic parasympathetic innervations. Needle it first in a treatment because it affects the reactive ability of the rest of the auricle. It can make the unreactive ear reactive or a hypersensitive ear normal because it promotes homeostatic control. The diaphragm point is also known as point zero by Nogier or the master point by Olson. Then we have point 57, the lower portion of the rectum. This is very good for fecal stagnation, constipation, impacted stools, hemorrhoids, diverticulitis, diverticulosis of the lower rectum. Point 58 is the hemorrhoids point. Good for hemorrhoids due to stagnant blood, damp heat accumulation, or prolapsed qi. Good for itchiness, inflammation, local bleeding, and anal fissures. Point 59 is common cold point. It helps prevent common cold or treat a developed cold, wind cold, wind heat, or wind dampness that cause common cold manifestations. Point 60 is ear apex, important point to bring down the yang and reduce the heat. In yang rising, the ear apex reduces high blood pressure and can quell anger and other heat manifestations. With bleeding technique, clinically effective for acute conjunctivitis, migraines, other symptoms of liver yang rising, herpes zoster, pharyngitis, high fever, aphonia. Some practitioners locate the allergy point or on the underside of the ear apex. Point 61 to 64 are called helices 1 to 4. Because these pertain to tonsillar tissue, they can enhance immunity and ward off infection or invasion in acute tonsillitis. Now let's go to the points of antitragus. Point 65 is Dingchuan. This is analogous to the body point Dingchuan, an extra point on the back of the neck. It's located 0.52 lateral to 214 or governing vessel 14. Another very powerful point to assist in stop wheezing. This point is very excellent for bronchitis, asthma, other breathing difficulties. Ding Chuan is called the ear asthma point. It works well with stop wheezing point located in the triangular fossa. If you remember, it's located somewhere here. Point 66 is the brain point, subcortex or thalamus. Regulates excitation and inhibition of cerebral cortex for diseases of nervous, digestive, endocrine, urogenital systems, hemorrhage, insomnia, inflammation, pain, swelling, shock, prolapse, excessive sweating can be treated. The brain point is the second most important point in the ear, with Shanman being the first. Use it to augment almost every treatment because the brain controls every bodily activity. It corresponds to the pituitary gland and the thalamus. Some sources call the brain point the subcortex. Point 67 is the occiput. This is good for occipital headache, dizziness, neck tension, stiffness along the nape, blood stasis in the occipital area. Because the visual cortex is located in the occiput, this is used to treat eye disorders. Good for neuropsychiatric disorders, psychosis, pain, shock, inflammation, convulsions, lockjaw, regulates nervous system. It relieves motion sickness. Point 68 is the temple's point. The temple, local point for breakouts, tension, temporal headaches, one-sided headaches, migraines. This is called the Taiyang point because body acupuncture point Taiyang is located at the temple. Point 69 is the forehead point. This point, if for those who are interested to explore auriculift, that means lifting the face using the auricle, you might want to needle this area to iron the wrinkles. It's also good for acne, pain, and congestion of sinuses and or forehead. It treats Yangming headaches. So that includes the large intestine and the stomach. Point 70 is the brain stem point. For disorders of cerebral blood vessels and meninges, incomplete development of the brain, apoplexy, convulsion, stiffness along the nape, sequel to cerebral shock, respiration. Points 71 and 72 are I1 and I2. These are supplemental clinically effective points used in glaucoma and myopia. Used with eye point on the lobe as primary point in formula. Supplement with liver, heart, spleen, stomach, Shenman, occiput, ear points. Spleen and stomach process nutrients for the body that create blood, and this is necessary for eye health and sight. Point 73 is called the raised blood pressure point, and this is useful in emergency situations in which blood pressure needs to be raised. Point 74 is ovaries testis point. This is good for irregular menstruation and infertility. And point 75 is the endocrine or internal secretion point. It regulates all endocrine secretions and hormonal problems. Thank you for your attention.